Welcome to the Graduate365 Overview. In this video, we'll look at what Graduate365 is and how you can use it to further student success. Students and their success are at the core of what the CSU does. Graduate365 was developed as a way to track student progression on a number of variables, empowering senior management, colleges, departments, and advisors to identify areas of opportunity and even identify specific students who can benefit from additional guidance and support. Updated daily with data from PeopleSoft, the degree audit system or academic advising, and cohort data provided by the campus institutional research department, Graduate365 can serve as an accountability tool and provide insights into student progression and barriers to success. Users can also filter data by variables such as specific college, ethnicity, parent education level, underrepresented status, EOP participation, or prior institution type, and drill down to student record level data, including degree audits for individual students. It's also easy to use, and users from faculty to senior management will find functionality and reports that allow them to contribute to student success. Graduate365 is primarily comprised of 8 reports. The first 4 cohort comparison reports are intended to be used for accountability by comparing different cohorts to each other using different variables. The detail reports allow you to compare specific cohorts on different variables and drill down to student record level data. The student search allows you to look up student record level data for specific students. Each report on Graduate365 uses a similar layout. Filters at the top allow you to change to a different view of the data, such as switching from viewing first-time freshmen to new undergraduate transfers, or selecting specific cohorts. Charts are a visual representation of the data to easily locate areas that you want to focus on. Tables beneath the charts provide a more detailed summary of the counts and percentages for each cohort. And the reports are interactive, so you can hover your mouse over an area of the chart to see the specific count, or click on a count in a detail report table to drill down to specific students. The cohort comparison report shows charts and tables with a comparison of cohorts of first-time freshmen or cohorts of new undergraduate transfer students. In this example, I'm looking at cohorts of new undergraduate transfer students, and I can see that the spring 2021 cohort has a larger percentage of not graduated and not enrolled students. Hovering over that section of the bar graph, I see that 20.4% of the spring 2021 cohort is not graduated and not enrolled. If I hover over the fall 2020 cohort, the rate is 18.4%, so there's a 2 percentage point difference between the two cohorts. The cohort comparison table shows graduation, enrollment, and not graduated, not enrolled counts and percentages for each cohort. Now we can see that although the percentage not graduated and not enrolled is higher for the spring 2020 cohort than for the fall 2020 cohort, the fall 2020 cohort contained more than double the number of students. So there are actually nearly twice as many students not graduated and not enrolled for the fall 2020 cohort as in the spring 2021 cohort. The Cohort Comparison College Report refines the cohort comparison to allow you to view the data by academic college associated with the student's major upon entering the university. To get the most out of the bar graph, I need to select one or more colleges from the College Entry drop-down menu. Now I am looking at the same data for just new undergraduate transfer students who started with a major in the College of Humanities and Social Sciences, or H&SS. So when I hover over the not graduated and not enrolled row for the spring 2021 cohort, I can see that the percentage is 21%. This means that 21% of the new undergraduate transfer students who started out with a major in the College of Humanities and Social Sciences have not graduated and are not enrolled. Looking at the detailed table, I can locate the row for the spring 2021 cohort and see that there are 138 new transfer students from that cohort that are not graduated and not enrolled and started with a major in the H&SS college. And I can compare that with the other cohorts for the H&SS college. The next report is the Cohort Comparison Ethnicity Report, and like the college report, the bar graph is often more useful if you select one or more ethnicities to view. In this example, I am looking at new undergraduate transfer students who have identified as Hispanic or American Indian. So when I hover over the not graduated and not enrolled section for the spring 2021 cohort, I can see that the percentage is 22.6%. This means that 22.6% of the new undergraduate transfer students who identify as Hispanic or American Indian have not graduated and are not enrolled. By locating the rows for the spring 2021 cohort in the detail table, we can see that there is one new undergraduate transfer student from that cohort who identifies as American Indian that is not graduated and not enrolled. However, there are 238 new undergraduate transfer students from the cohort who identify as Hispanic who are not graduated and not enrolled. The next report is the Cohort Comparison Parent Education Report. I've selected a couple of parent education levels to narrow down what the bar graph is showing me. The bar graph is showing new undergraduate transfer students whose parents graduated college or who are first generation to attend college. So when I hover over the Not Graduated and Not Enrolled section for the Spring 2021 cohort, I can see that the percentage is 20.6%. This means that 20.6% of new undergraduate transfer students whose parents had graduated college or who are first generation to attend college have not graduated and are not enrolled. In the table, I can see additional details, including that for the Spring 2021 cohort, there are 143 new undergraduate transfer students whose parents graduated college that are not graduated and not enrolled. And there are 165 students who are the first generation to attend college that are not graduated and not enrolled. The first-time freshman cohorts detail allows you to access more details about first-time freshman cohorts. You can select the specific cohorts to include as well as the variable you want to use to view the data. In this example, I'm looking at fall 2016, 2017, 2018, and 2019 cohorts of first-time freshmen based on whether or not they participated in freshman programs. If I look at the two rows for the fall 2019 cohort, I can see that while more students graduated if they participated in freshman programs, there is a higher rate of not graduated, not enrolled students for the same group. I would want to investigate this more to determine if there is additional support that these students need to continue their enrollment and complete their degrees. If I look at the fall 2019 cohort in the detail table, I can see again that the counts indicate that there are 3 times as many students who did not participate in freshman programs. However, there are still 316 students who participated in freshman programs that are not graduated and not enrolled. Since this is a detail report, I can click on any of the numbers in the count columns and choose to drill down to the degree count, enrolled count, or not graduated, not enrolled count. This will allow me to see specific students in those counts. The student detail will show you all of the specific students who meet the criteria you selected on the previous screen. In this example, that is fall 2019 first-time freshmen who participated in freshman programs and have not graduated and are not enrolled. I like to sort this data by units earned to see if there are students who have earned 120 or more units and are not enrolled in a future term. This can help me identify students who may be eligible or close to being eligible to graduate. In this example, there are even a few students with 119 units. I'll want to look at other details for these students to get a clearer picture, but then I can reach out to the students or recommend that the students be contacted by the appropriate campus team to find out what barriers there are to completing their degree and provide assistance and support if possible. The new transfer cohorts detail allows you to access more details about undergraduate transfer student cohorts. As with the first-time freshman cohorts detail, you can easily switch to different variables or add and remove cohorts from the report. In this example, I've narrowed down the results down to just the Spring 2021 cohort of transfer students, and I'm looking at the college for their current major. Right away, I can see that the College of Natural Sciences and Mathematics, or NSM, has a lower graduation rate and a higher rate of students who have not graduated and are not enrolled. I've collapsed the details for the other colleges in the table, but I've kept the NSM college expanded to show the detail by major. I notice that the BSCI row has a rather alarming set of numbers. There are 0 degrees or enrollments, and all 9 of the students from the Spring 2021 cohort with that major are not graduated and not enrolled. A part of the reason for this is that biological science students must choose a concentration for their degree. These students didn't choose a concentration before stopping their enrollment, so they are still labeled as generic biological science majors. I'm still curious about these students, so I'm going to click on the 9 to drill down. Notice that from here, I can drill down to just students in this major or view all of the NSM students in the cohort. I'll choose just the biological science majors. Now I can look further into these students. I can see that one student was academically disqualified, another was on probation. These students might benefit from tutoring, so contacting them with tutoring resources may be an effective way to have them return to finish their degree. There are also 2 students in good standing who are still active in the program, meaning that it has been less than a year since they stopped enrolling. These are also students that I will want to contact to find out what barriers they have to completing their degree and offer solutions if I can. The 2-dimensional detail allows you to view details about specific cohorts using 2 different variables, such as ethnicity and gender, or parent education and prior institution type. The first dimension or variable that you select will show in the chart, and both dimensions will show in the table. In this example, I'm looking at the Spring 2021 cohort of new transfer students again, this time by underrepresented status and college latest. It's easy to see from the bar graph that students who identify as an underrepresented group have lower graduation rates than students who do not identify as an underrepresented group. Let's look at the table for more details. Now I am seeing the spring 2021 cohort by underrepresented status and then broken down into the college of their current major. Right off the bat, I noticed 90 underrepresented students in the Humanities and Social Sciences, or HSS college, who are not graduated and not enrolled, which is 24.7% of the underrepresented students with HSS majors. There are more underrepresented students with HSS majors overall, but still, the percentage of students who are not graduated and not enrolled is lower for the students who do not identify as underrepresented groups. I'm going to click on the 90 to drill down to the detail for the not graduated, not enrolled count. Again, I'd like to sort by units earned to see if there are students who are not enrolled who may be close to having enough units to graduate. It also sometimes happens that a student will complete all of their degree requirements and not realize that they have to apply for graduation in order for their degree to be conferred. Looking at the cumulative GPA can also give me more insight into whether the student was struggling academically. Piecing together a picture of the student's academic history using the Student Success Detail reports can help prepare me to reach out to the student to offer assistance, as it lets me know which referrals and advice to have ready for them. Sometimes it may be as simple as walking them through the process to apply for graduation. The Student Search Report provides a way to look up one or more students by student ID and view their specific cohort detail information, such as major entry, ethnicity, units earned, and more. Each student's contact details are also provided, making it easy to reach out to students to provide support. In this example, I've entered the student ID for students that I identified using the detail reports as needing more research and possible contact and support. I can now export this table to Excel so I can easily track these students and what support, referrals, and resources that were provided to them. Thank you for viewing this video. To learn more about Graduate365, you can view links to additional resources in the notes for this video.